quiet. And it is written by Pablo Nerudo. It is a pen name. Do you know the meaning of pen name? Okay. The meaning of pen name, when a writer or a author hides their own name, means वो अपना रियल नेम हाइड करते हुए पब्लिशिंग के लिए एक सेकंड नेम को प्रायोरिटी देते हैं, सेकंड नेम यूज करते हैं. तो हियर पैब्लो नेरूडा इज नॉट अ रियल नेम, इनका ये पेन नेम है फॉर दिस पोएम. द रियल नेम ऑफ हिम इज नेफ्टली रिकार्डो रियांस बसेंटो. So the real name of Pablo Neruda is Neftali Ricardo Rianz Bacento. Was born in the town of Parral in Chile. Poem is belong to understanding the importance of silence in our life. Okay, let me ask a question. Suppose that here everyone will be silent for 1 minute, only for 1 minute. Suppose it. Pin drop silence around us, pin drop silence around us in whole world. पूरे वर्ल्ड में आप इमेजिन कीजिए सिर्फ 1 मिनट के लिए भी अगर साइलेंस हो जाता है, मतलब बिल्कुल क्वाइट हो जाते हैं. आप जैसे टीवी देख रहे हैं, कीपिंग क्वाइट. पूरे वर्ल्ड में अगर आप इमेजिन कीजिए 1 मिनट के लिए भी पूरा वर्ल्ड अगर क्वाइट हो जाता है, बिल्कुल साइलेंस हो जाता है, तो क्या फील होगा हमको, क्या आ रहा है आपके माइंड में? तो यहाँ जो पोएम राइटर हैं उन्होंने भी इसी थॉट को लेते हुए कुछ चीज़ें एक्सप्लेन की हैं. दैट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर आवर लाइफ एंड दैट इज़ ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, वेरी लर्निंग थिंग ऑल्सो, जो कि बहुत अच्छी चीज़ है हमारे लिए. सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्ट. सो पैब्लो नेरूडा वॉज बॉर्न in the town of Parral in Chile, and this poem understood the images which make them no less beautiful. He won the Nobel Prize for the Literature in the year 1971. He was also won a Nobel Prize in which year? In the year of 1971. One exam tip for you all, that whenever any particular date or any particular place or proper name of something, you should be underline that thing, जिससे आपको जब आप रिवाइज करें, क्विक रिवीजन रखेंगे, तो आपके लिए वो इजी रहेगा एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू के लिए. नॉट ओनली इन इंग्लिश, इन ईच सब्जेक्ट, इन एवरी सब्जेक्ट. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टिप है कि आप जब भी कोई ईयर, कोई डेट और एंड द नेम ऑफ एनी प्लेस, पर्सन, सो यू शुड बी अंडरलाइन दैट इज वेरी good for your revision purpose, quick revision purpose. So let's get start. Before start, I will introduce some poetic devices also. Previously we also discussed some poetic devices. Quick revision. What is alliteration? What is alliteration? Can you tell me what is alliteration? The repetition of consonant sound is alliteration. Here our word is introspection. Our word introspection. In this poem talk about the necessity of quiet introspection and creating a feeling of mutual understanding among human beings. यहाँ पे एक word use हुआ है introspection. Introspection. Do you know the meaning of introspection? The meaning of introspection is process of thinking, deep thinking about something very carefully and to emphasize anything, emphasize own idea. Like here, why we use this word? Because here silence is the best thing when we go in deep thinking, deep thoughts and deep ideas. जब हम इंट्रोस्पेक्शन वर्ड यूज़ करें, इसका मीनिंग है जब आप किसी चीज़ को बहुत डीपली, बहुत केयरफुली सोचते हैं और अपनी खुद के आइडिया से आप जब मैच करते हैं, मतलब आपके खुद के आइडियाज़ को एम्फसाइज करते हैं, तो हम क्या वर्ड यूज़ करेंगे? इंट्रोस्पेक्शन. तो ये जो पोएम है ये भी आपकी कहीं ना कहीं इंट्रोस्पेक्शन पे भी बेस्ड है कि साइलेंस आपको कैसे हेल्प करता है किसी चीज़ को डीप थिंकिंग करने में एंड आपकी चीज़ों को बेटर करने में. Mainly we thought that like silence is a weakness, but no, silence is not a weakness. हमेशा silence weakness नहीं होती है. हम ऐसा तो सोचते हैं कि साइलेंस एक सैडनेस और वीकनेस है. नो, बट समटाइम्स साइलेंस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन आवर लाइफ. So here is the first line. Now we will count to 12, count to 12 and we will all keep still. Here the poet says this thing कि here the count to 12 is a symbol. Count to 12. Which poetic device is used here? Here we use symbols. Count to 12 is a symbol for to take a small pause in our life. यहाँ पे जो count to 12 बोल रहे हैं, पॉइंट ये कहना चाह रहे हैं कि हमें अपनी लाइफ से एक little bit of pause, count to 12, a little pause we should take, and we will all keep still. The meaning of still. Here one another word, still. It's like one position, like we will still, like in around us we will be still. If everyone will be quiet, so we feel a still movement, like सब कुछ एक पोजीशन में एक जगह पर बिल्कुल थम जाएगा, ठहर जाएगा, इस सेंस में. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. For once on the earth, in whole the earth, we should be quiet for a while. We should take a pause. Then what will happen? Then let's not speak in any language. We will not speak in any language. The whole world will be silence and a quiet. Take a little bit pause. हर्ष लाइफ जो हमारी इतनी हार्ड एंड फास्ट एंड बिजी chaotic लाइफ, so we should take a little pause. Then what will be happen? Let's stop for 1 second. Here for a moment people stop doing any type of action just to be calm and composed and be quiet, and then their silence will help us to reflect our own ideas and self awareness. When we suppose for example हमें बहुत गुस्सा आया अचानक से, you feeling very anxious, very angry, very furious, then just take a little pause and you will be find out that you feel very angry on that particular matter. Then after a silence or after a deep thinking, you just thought ki like, oh, this is very small problem in my life, this is very small thing. बिकॉज जब हम गुस्से में या किसी भी चीज़ में होते हैं तो हम इतनी जल्दी हार्ड एंड फास्ट डिसीजन ले लेते हैं. तो इसलिए यहाँ पे पोइट बोल रहे हैं कि क्या होगा अगर वंस ऑन द फेस ऑफ द अर्थ, सजेस्ट नो मैटर विच लैंग्वेज पीपल इन द होल यूनिवर्स, देयर इज नो मैटर कि कौन क्या लैंग्वेज में है, just everyone will be just quiet and a silence and a calmness in all around the world. After that there should stop activity and movement here and there. We have very busy life, like very hard and fast and busy chaotic life. हम यहाँ से यहाँ कुछ ना कुछ चीज़ों में अपने माइंड को और अपनी फिजिकल बॉडी को हमेशा बिजी रखते हैं. तो here poet describe that thing also कि if be quiet for some time, then we should stop some movement also, any action and any movement, not only the mouth quiet, any type of physical and action also be stopped. After that it would be an exotic movement, without rush, without engine. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Suppose that if everyone will be quiet, everyone will be silent, it will feel unusual and rare, like it is very unusual thought, like सब एकदम से बात कर रहे हैं and then suddenly सब quiet हो गए, तो it a very unusual thought. No noise, no action, no movement around us, then there is only silence. All humanity will share one movement of togetherness. Here if we quiet, we feel we just connected by our silence. अगर हम जैसे quiet हो जाए तो हम एक दूसरे से कैसे connected हैं, एक silence के through connected है, एक calmness के through connected रहेंगे. जो हम अभी हार्ड एंड फास्ट लाइफ में नहीं रह पाते हैं. After that, here two poetic devices are used. First, in second stanza, let's and let's. Starting the let's and let's use हुआ है. So which type of poetic devices here used? This is a word. In starting, the repetition of word is called repetition. This is the poetic devices used here is repetition. Repetition. Which type of poetic devices are used? Repetition. It would be an exotic movement without rush, without engines. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Like there is no movement, there is no engines, cars, any type of noises. Then we all be connected in some other way of strange, unusual bond. जब हम इस टाइप से होंगे, जो हमारे आसपास जितना भी कार, इंजन्स, जो भी हमारे मटेरियलिस्टिक चीज़ें हैं, इन सब से साइलेंस, ये सब साइलेंस है, हम भी साइलेंस है, तो हम एक दूसरे से किस वे में कनेक्टेड फील करेंगे? एक अनयूजुअल स्ट्रेंजनेस यूज होगी हमें, एक अनयूजुअल टाइप का हमको फील होगा, लुक होगा. नेक्स्ट, फिशरमैन इन द कोल्ड सी वुड नॉट हार्म whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Here, fisherman is an imaginary thing. Another poetic device is imaginary. Another poetic device is imaginary. Imaginary poetic device. So here, the next poetic device is imaginary poetic device is used here. So, who is imaginary? Fisherman. Here, the poet described this thing: in a silent, destructive human activity would stop. Fishermen would not kill. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. So, the fishermen would not kill any type of fish, any type of whale. Here, whale is like a fish. Any type of fish, any type of and the man gathering salt would look at his hard hands. This was allowed a self-realization and compensation. यहाँ पे when fisherman stop doing his work, the animal will be also silent. The animal will also feel protected. The sound of animals also become silent. So we realize the self-awareness and self-realization of things. Here the word salt is used. Why the word salt is used? The salt gathering would cause to notice. Here the salt is connected to the pain and suffering that we all go through in our chaotic life. Those who prepare green wars with gas, wars with fire, victories with no survivors, would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. Now here, why war happens? My first question is why war happens? Because of dispute, because of misunderstanding and some anger issue. So if we thought about that thing in a silence way, अगर हम उस चीज़ को एक साइलेंस वे में ट्रीट करेंगे, मीन्स हम साइलेंटली सोचेंगे कि जब हमें गुस्सा आता है, जब हमें कुछ होता है, तो हम उस चीज़ को अगर साइलेंटली थिंक करेंगे, देन द वॉर एंड द अदर थिंग विल ऑटोमेटिकली स्टॉप्ड. We can correct our mistakes. So here poet described that thing. Even people who wage wars and violence would stop their plans, just rethink about that plans. They would see humanity as their brother, live peacefully and enjoy the calmness altogether. And we should enjoy the calmness of all together if we silent for a few minutes in our anger. अगर हम गुस्से में या किसी भी वॉर से रिलेटेड जो डिस्प्यूट होते हैं उसमें अगर हम थोड़ा सा कामली हैंडल करें उनको, थोड़ा उस बारे में साइलेंटली सोचें, देन इट विल बी नॉट हैपन विथ अस, देन ऑटोमेटिकली इट विल बी नॉट हैपन एंड द कामनेस एंड द यूनिटी बिकम स्ट्रॉन्गर. What I want should not be confused with total. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. Here the poet clarifies, silence does not mean the complete silence or a sadness of silence or a death. No, here silence is not the meaning of death कि अगर आप silent हैं तो it's meaning like you are dead, you have no point of view. No, here the meaning of silence is power. Silence is take a little pause to our hard and fast life for making ourselves better. यहाँ पर जो साइलेंस वर्ड यूज़ हुआ है वो इसलिए नहीं हुआ है कि हम अपने आप को डेथ से कंपेयर करें. नो, यहाँ पे जो साइलेंस के बारे में अपना डिस्क्राइब कर रहे हैं वो एक लाइफ से थोड़ा सा पॉज लेके, टेक अ लिटिल पॉज एंड देन सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन, थिंक अबाउट योर ओन थिंग्स एंड सेल्फ अवेयरनेस एंड कनेक्टेड टू द सोल. इस टाइप से यूज़ हुआ है. He encourages a thoughtful pause in activity, not giving up life. Silence doesn't mean that giving up the life. No, it is a power to connect our soul and feel our self-realization and self-awareness that what should be done next. If we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves. Here, people are always busy for chasing our goals. Like here, we are while we are here, we just want to be a good score. We just want to be good in study. So we always in harsh of and we always in hurry of achieving something and chasing our goals. So here we should take a short pause and silence would help them to realize that what is the main meaning of life. Perhaps the earth can teach us as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. It would stop cycle of self-destruction being inner peace. Like if we silent for some time, we would not feel distracted about the other things. We just thought about inner peace, inner improvement, self realization of our mistakes कि हमने ये mistakes की थी, उनको हम कैसे सही कर सकते हैं. That type of question may be come in your mind when you be take a little pause in our chaotic life and busy life. Now I will count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. And here the end of the poem is just like the starting line. Now I will count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. Now you again think about the whole poem, take a little pause of your busy life and after that I will go. आप इस बारे में सोचिए कि हमको लाइफ में थोड़ा सा पॉज भी लेना चाहिए, थोड़ा अपने सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन के लिए डीप थिंकिंग भी करनी चाहिए. हमें जो डिस्ट्रैक्शन है, आसपास का डिस्ट्रैक्शन है, उससे थोड़ा सा ब्रेक लेकर हमें अपने सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन, सेल्फ ग्रोथ के लिए कुछ चीज़ें भी करनी चाहिए. नॉट ऑलवेज अचीविंग द गोल, नॉट ऑलवेज रशिंग फॉर अचीविंग द गोल्स. सो हियर आवर पोएम इज एंड. So this is very important poem and very interesting also कि आप सोचिए कि अगर आप पूरा वर्ल्ड, जैसे मैंने स्टार्टिंग में पूछा था, if whole world will be silent for a 1 minute then क्या होगा. साइलेंट रह के देखते हैं आपके माइंड में क्या आ रहा है. Here are some words also. That we can describe here. Like the first word is I already described that thing. The count to 12 is a symbol. Which type of symbol? To take a little pause here. And introspection also I described that deep thinking carefully, own thoughts and feeling, emphasizing our own thoughts and feeling. After that the word. Here the word exotic. One more word here. Exotic. What is the meaning of exotic? Here the meaning of exotic is little differ from our normal life. Particularly in this poem, the meaning of exotic is differ from differ normal life. So the meaning of chaotic is different from normal life, but for particularly this poem. After that, harm. Maybe you know already know the meaning of harm. किसी को चोट पहुंचाना टाइप. तो here also the same meaning. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. So the meaning of harm is here could not damage or injure someone. So these are the main words. Okay. So just think about it. If we take a little pause and just think about it for your future, for something self-awareness. Okay. Thank you.